You don't seem to realise, do you? If he gets in, there'll be no turning back then. Even if he packs the job in. Once a copper, always a copper.
Tommy, I find it hard enough to keep up with you at the best of times, let alone first thing in the morning. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's obvious.
Is it? Well, give us a clue anyway, eh?
Coppers are trained to be suspicious, right? Well, that's not something you can turn off at the end of the day when you've finished work, is it?
Well, so?
So, they go round poking their noses in, even when they're off duty. They can't help it. All right, then. You tell me why they've only ever got other coppers as mates. Because no one else will go near them, that's why.
There must be a lot of guilty consciences about.
All right, I'll forget it. But I'm going round to see him before it's too late.
Tommy!
I have just got up.
No.
Well, I wouldn't have bothered coming down here if I'd have known it was you.
Who are you expecting then, the Avon lady?
Well, why didn't you just come up?
I wanted to show you something.
Couldn't you have brought it with you?
Hardly. I wonder about you at times, you know.
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to be looking at?
Blah, blah, blah.
That's the most sensible thing you said so far.
The band, you dick. I'm talking about the band.
Oh, that blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, what about them?
You are talking to their new road manager, that's what.
Yeah? And that's your new band? Hey, not bad, not bad. Hey, they're definitely on the fringes. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a couple of good breaks. You could be lugging their gear into television studios before long.
Yeah, which is why they're about to go on tour. Show their faces up and down the country, tug some sleeves, few areas on local radio.
Sounds promising.
Trouble is, they're in urgent need of a new keyboards player. Well, what about it?
What, me?
Yeah, well, why not? You can handle it.
And when do they go on the road?
A couple of days' time.
Oh, great. I mean, it wouldn't do to be too over-rehearsed, would it? I'm not setting myself up like that.
Right, it'll be a bit of a sweat to start with. But the rest of the band will help you out. You can busk it till you learn their stuff. Nah. OK, so you'd be taking a chance. But what would you be leaving behind? Where's the security in playing it safe for the bum end of the market? I'm sorry. You've got the ability to do so much better, and it's you they want. Think about it anyway.
I don't think so. Hey, but I tell you what, though, be any chance of borrowing this for a couple of hours?
We was just coming to see you.
Look, I can't hang about. I'm just on my way somewhere.
Yeah, we can see that. Anywhere special?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, by the way you're dressed up, it looks like you're on your way to an interview or something.
I never said a word.
Well, did you know he had an interview?
Yeah, he did, but I told him to keep quiet about it.
Why? What sort of secrecy? I mean, we are supposed to be mates, you know.
Look, I don't want to talk about it yet, all right?
We might not get much chance later on. I mean, friends are not supposed to be taken for granted, Tucker. You can lose them, you know.
I know.
Just as long as you do, because you could find yourself very lonely before long.
Yeah. Right, old Tom, I'll bear that in mind. Is that it?
Yeah, suppose so.
Oi! After a set of wheels? Just one problem, eh? Those little numbers they stick across the windscreen.
I'll tell you, I can't keep going for much longer on my grant.
So what are you looking at this lot for, then?
Well, if I could get hold of a car, I could go mini-cabbing, earn enough to live on.
What, college all day, working all night? That's heart attack country.
Plenty do it. But don't worry, it won't happen to me. There's no way I can get a deposit together.
Well, can't you borrow it?
Not a lot of spare money floating around where I live.
What about a 100% loan? You know, no deposit required.
You got some hopes, ain't you?
Well, it's worth a try, isn't it?
Good luck to you, mate. I must shoot off. See you later.
I've taken a liberty coming back in here.
It's all right. It's under new management now. They're going to cater for a new class of people altogether. In fact, if this place was open for trade, they probably wouldn't let you in. Well, there she is, the little beauty.
Little? Must weigh about half a ton. You sure they don't want any money for it?
No, they just want to see it off the premises. They said if we can lift it, we can have it. Yeah, mind you, there's been a couple of furniture dealers sniffing about, so we have to be a bit nifty.
Well, why didn't you say? I'll take one end, you get the other.
You make me laugh, yous two.
That's a laugh.
Look, it's you who wanted the loan, right? Yet it's me who has to do all the talking.
I was having second thoughts at that moment, Tom. Sort of looking at that bloke and wondering what would happen to me if I couldn't meet the repayments.
Yeah, he was a bit of a brute.
Oh, don't come all that. You couldn't even talk to your own mate.
What did he do?
Tucker's got an interview, right?
Is he terrific?
You don't know what it's for yet.
I can guess.
I don't think you can.
Well, seeing as it was me and Sarah who encouraged him in the first place.
I don't believe it. You of all people.
Is it me?
No.
It's him.
I thought I'd find you cats in here. Don't get comfortable, we've got work to do.
Oh, what work?
Look, hang on a minute. I want to know who else is in on this.
In on what?
Tucker joining the police.
Joining the police? Where'd you get that from?
He saw Tucker going into a local nick with some documents the other day.
Tuesday?
Yeah, that's right.
Driving licence, van insurance, MOT and logbook. That's what they were. The law had towed me van away and detained me down at the station, and Tucker went to fetch the particulars for me.
Just you to get things arse upwards.
So where was this interview then?
It won't hurt to tell you now. It's at the College of Technology.
What's he gonna do there?
Study.
Tucker, a student?
Ripple.
Hello. Come in. Name? Oh, Jenkins, Peter Jenkins. Hello, Peter. I'm Martin. Oh, hello. Right, sit yourself down. Anywhere you like. You'll find paper on the desk. Paper? For your essay. Oh, I've got the right room. You're here for an interview? And I've got you here on my list, so we can't both be wrong.
Yeah, but what's all this about an essay?
Oh, it's nothing to worry about. We'll often give marks out of 10. Well, we just want you to write down, what? Your interests, why you want to come to the college, anything you want to tell us about yourself.
Look, I don't want to be funny, but I've already done all this on my application form.
I know. Well, this is just a chance for you to do a bit more informal, that's all.
Well, if that's all you're after, surely we could have done all this at home.
Good point.
Is there a time limit?
Look, despite appearances to the contrary, this is in no way an examination. Take as long as you like. Well, within reason. You've got your interview this afternoon, and we've organised a tour of the college before that.
So I can write about anything I like, then?
Anything. Green men from Mars, if you like.
Get out of it. Anyone knows they come from Venus.
Don't worry about it. It's only to see if we can read and write. Well, it's understandable, really, when you hear about some of the clowns who applied to come here.
Sorry, Neil. We come at an inconvenient time.
No, come in, come in. Slight problem. Shouldn't take long.
Didn't sound too healthy.
No. Well, she obviously wants to go, but I think the timing must be out.
Anyone know what that is?
It's a timing line. You put it on the plugs to get the timing in the engine.
Right. Wasn't expecting that. Timing seems to be okay. Oh, well. That's flummoxed me for the moment, then. Any ideas? Are you sure you followed the manual?
Positive.
Well, I'll come back to it later after I've shown these chaps round. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now then, should we start over there?
You sure you got the leads on right?
Yeah. Look.
Which end did you count from?
There.
I thought so.
Jenkins? You got something to say about this?
Nah, it's just something I've done a load of times myself.
What is?
Put the leads back to front instead of front to back. The timing's all right, but it's in the wrong cycle.
Of course. One of the first things I should have checked.
It's easily done.
Is it? Well, I'll try not to let it happen again, then. No, well spotted, son. Come on, then. Let's put the theory to the test.
Who's the clever boy, then?
Jenkins, why on earth didn't you speak out in the first place?
Because I only wanted to help the bloke out. Not sound as though I knew it all.
What is it, me? Am I expecting too much? I know it's an interview and people get nervous at interviews, but why, surely that's all the more reason for some adrenaline to be flowing in our direction.
I must admit they've been a particularly lackluster bunch today.
Well, it's not just today. All week I've been looking at these, the qualifications, the lists of interests as long as your arm. But they just don't match up with the limp rags who flop down in front of us. Well, where's the spunk? Where's the idealism? Good God, at that age you couldn't shut me up.
What do you mean at that age?
But am I wrong?
They're well rehearsed, most of them. But I must admit, they do give an impression of going through the motions.
Precisely. Going through the motions. As though that and their exam passes should be enough.
Well, I shouldn't worry about the next one being overloaded with qualifications.
None at all.
Jenkins, do you mind if we swap seats for this one?
Any particular reason?
I'd prefer it if someone else was centre stage. Give me more of a chance to observe from the periphery, as it were.
Fine by me. All right. Okay, wheel him in. You intimate here that you have a mechanical bent.
Sorry?
That you have an ability with engines and the like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, quite frankly, it would have been better if we'd had some evidence of that.
Well, short of lining up my mate's motors outside the college, I don't see what I can do about it.
I don't quite follow.
Well, I'm further being asked to do work on people's cars and bikes. I'd have thought that is enough evidence of a mechanical bent.
Ah, no, you missed my point. It also says here, for instance, in your reference from Mr. Hopwood, is it? It also says here that you have an aptitude to technical drawing and also for woodwork and metalwork. Right. Well, now, whereas we have no wish to question the judgment of your Mr. Hopwood, it would have been helpful had we had some evidence of your ability. Do you see what I mean?
Are you talking about exam passes?
No, not necessarily. Just the fact that we don't have any examples of what you can do.
Well, of course not.
Why, of course?
Well, 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't think I was going to end up sitting here. Also, I didn't see much point in saving any of my work.
Your interest in cars and bikes, do you follow the professional circuit?
What? Brands Hatch, Silverstone, Mallory Park? I have done, but they're a bit of a trek to get to.
Oh, surely if you're sufficiently enthusiastic about something, you're prepared to tolerate inconvenience.
Oh, yeah, but it costs money to travel, and to get in once you've arrived.
I see.
Oh, yeah, it's great to see the top riders and drivers with the best machines. But I'll be honest with you, I'm happier working on my own bike.
You have a bike, do you?
Yeah, well, sort of. It's been in bits for ages. I just can't get the parts.
Foreign machine, is it?
Yeah.
And finding parts is causing you trouble?
Oh, finding them's no problem. It's been out of Fordham that causes the trouble.
Look, watch out, will you? You're taking the skin off my fingers.
We'll have to get it to the top before we let go.
Joking, it's well stuck. Yeah, and I'm well knackered. Whose idea was this in the first place?
Look, now, chaps, nil desperandum.
Mr. Jenkins, while it is true that we do, or can, reserve a certain number of places for applicants who don't possess formal qualifications, It has to be said that these applicants need to show strong evidence of outstanding potential in other respects. From what you've told us, well, I should say from what I can gather, you haven't told us much at all. Seems to me that your application was a hastily considered, somewhat last-minute affair.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rush. To tell you the truth, after sitting out there with some of the others, I nearly didn't come in here at all. All this talk about 3 C's, 2 B's, an E and a D. It was like a foreign language, a different world.
And one perhaps you're not ready for.
Oh no, that's where you're wrong. You see, at school I couldn't be bothered. I mean, I couldn't see much point in passing exams in subjects that were forced on you. I mean, that's why I got no qualifications. Not because I'm a dimbo. But if you want to treat me that way, well, that's fine by me.
I'm sorry?
If that's what it takes to get into this college, I'll settle for that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, all right. I know I've made a mess of it. But you're wrong about my application being hastily considered. I've been up night after night going through brochures, sorting out courses. The thought of being able to study a subject of my own choice that someone ever thought could happen to me. Not at my age.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, now I know that, I'm going to do it. And if you won't take me on as your token of dummy, I'll be back. And next year I'll be able to speak the language.
How do you propose to support yourself?
Well, I've got plenty of time to organise something.
Term starts in September.
Are you saying that
You'll be hearing from us officially within the next few weeks. In the meantime, it might be as well to sort out your finances. Close the door behind you.
Hey? Oh.
It was a shade premature, wasn't it?
He won't be an easy student. But when someone wants to get to college that badly, he's more than welcome as far as I'm concerned. I'm certainly prepared to take a chance on Jenkins.
What is going on?
We're moving furniture for Liberace.
I've got a triple hernia trying to get it out of that van. We must be mad trying to get it up 3 flights of stairs.
You can't leave it there.
We've got no option.
Well, you'd better find one, and quickly. Creamy?
There's your chance, Sam. You'll never get a better offer.
Look, okay. I should have told you, but it wasn't until this morning I realised it was possible to get it here. I knew you wouldn't mind.
Did you? Not so long ago, you gave me your word that if I let you stay in the loft, rent-free and unofficially, you'd be such a model tenant I'd hardly realise you were on the premises.
Have I let you down?
Oh, come on. It's been like Heathrow Airport since you moved in.
Well, it's liven the place up a bit. I didn't think you minded. I've always thought of you as part of it.
Did you? I hadn't noticed.
Look, you're just overreacting, that's all.
Yes, well, you tell me how I'm supposed to react at the sight of a piano being hauled up the stairs, demolishing half the house behind
a few
it.
chips and scratches.
Now,
here
look.
and there.
Playing the guitar is one thing, but if you really must learn the piano...
Learn? Learn, my dear, the piano is my premier instrument. I play it better than what I do the guitar, don't I?
Do you?
Yeah. This kid's got talent. And it's not only my opinion. Only today I've received an offer from a very reputable band who are desperate for me to tour with them as their keyboard player and leading lights.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's absolutely marvellous. It couldn't have happened at a better time.
Well, yeah, in a sense, yeah.
I was wondering how we were going to get round you.
Get round me?
Well, I've got a builder in to do some renovation work, and he'll need to be able to move about in the loft. Oh, I've just thought, we can have the roof insulated now.
Well, it's nice to know I'll be missed.
Why are you so angry?
Oh, nothing. I mean, it's silly, really. I actually thought it might make a difference to you whether I was here or not.
It's not going to greatly affect me one way or another.
No, you made that more than clear, thanks.
Okay. Okay. Let's clear this up once and for all. You're right. The comings and goings have livened this place up. But, well, for all I've seen of you, you know, just you and me, alone, that loft may just as well have stayed empty. When do you go then?
As soon as possible. I won't inconvenience you any longer than I have to.
Stu? Yeah. See your legs out of plaster?
Yeah.
And you still got the bike?
That's right. I'd be at work now if it wasn't for you jacking me jobbing. You got some front coming round here, Tucker.
Yeah, but since I have, you might as well hear what I've got to say.
Bit more. Yeah. Oh, that'd do.
It's no good. We're never going to get it all the way up.
How long has it taken you to get it up there?
Seems like a fortnight. Oh, my back.
Why don't we just take it to pieces and reassemble it in Creamy's room?
Oi! If you're not careful, I shall lift this lid, stuff you inside and shred you through the wires.
Oh, immaculate timing.
I bet he'd been waiting round the corner till we got it up here.
I'd have to wait around a long time if I did.
Well,
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Tucker, yes or no?
Well, they're going to let me know in a couple of weeks. But I've been as good as told that I'm in.
Tucker, I don't want to put a damper on all this.
But you're wondering what I'm going to do for money.
It didn't cross my mind.
I'm going into business with Stu.
Business? What as?
Dispatch riders.
But you hated that job.
No, he didn't. He just couldn't stand the bloke who employed him.
Oh, right, shyster. If people are prepared to give work to an outfit like that, then we must be in with a chance.
Yeah, but where are you going to get the money to set up in business?
We don't need much. We've already got Stu's bike, so all we've got to do is wire up some radio communications to his garage and we're away.
Only two of you. You're going to have to make yourselves available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to stand any chance of building up trade.
You're right. We need at least one other person.
At least.
And what about it, ain't he? In fact, it was talking to you this morning that gave me the idea. And you got a full licence for a bike, haven't you?
What, like working between the three of us?
Well, me and you could divide up the night and weekend shifts. We could get Stu to work through the day.
Courier's cooperative, eh? Why not? What have I got to lose?
Put it there, partner.
And where have you been for the past half hour?
Sitting in the carsy, all right? Yeah, Junior, will you shift some stuff out of here for me?
When?
Tonight? Tomorrow?
Where to?
My parents' place.
You going home?
No? I'm joining a band.
Hey, far out, man. What made you change your mind?
Well, it wasn't so much what as, who.
Well, just hang on a minute. You're moving out, right?
Right.
Now he tells us.
Yeah, it was a sort of sudden decision.
Yeah, well, how about unmaking it? Otherwise, we've just lugged that up there for nothing.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we can have a knees up before I go.
Yeah, that's all I'm short of.
Look, I said I'm sorry, so just cheer up, Tommy, all
Oh,
right?
just give me one good reason to.
Yeah, I'll give you more than one. Sarah's off to Sheffield. There's the open road for me and Creamy. Tucker's going to college. Ady can stay at college, and Stu's got his job back. Run out of fingers, can't be back, can he?
No, not for some.
What's wrong, Tom?
Oh, it's not that I'm jealous, Tucker. And good luck to the lot of you. But not all of us can form companies or go to college or even play in a band.
No, most of us don't do any of that.
Right, so what happens to the rest of us? What are we left with?
Can't answer that one, son.
Ah, stuff it. Get on that piano, Creamy. Let's have that knees up.
All right, this one's especially for you, Tommy. Happy days are here again, all together now.